What's up, guys? It's StrikerHero Camo. In this video, I just want to talk about my Skylanders story. I don't know if this is a much requested video but, for you guys. If you guys are interested to see this video of my story, I actually made one back in 2014, but it was only like 5-6 minutes long, and I want this to be about like 10. Just to give a little bit more information. But I really wanted to do this. I really wanted to make like an updated version anyway. But Crash the Skylands is doing this thing right now that I really wanted to, do this video now because I wanted to do hashtag My Skylanders Story. He has an awesome YouTuber, of course, Skylander YouTube. So this goes all the way back to December 2011, wherein that's kind of knew about Skylanders just right in December. I knew it was a hot selling thing, it was a new game coming out, and that it was a hot new toy that I, thought about getting for Christmas. And I was watching videos, I saw the trailer, I was like, this is really cool. Because, I was thinking about, what I wanted for Christmas, and that was one of the things that I was just kind of checking, I saw the trailer, I thought it was really cool how you could save these figures, it's a Toys to Life thing where you could save the data back to the toy, and they collect these figures, and that was right up my alley, because I used to collect Zuzu pets, Webkins, all that stuff, and I think most of the fans of Skylanders probably is aware of those things. As a collector, I collected a lot of things. I collected Happy Meal toys from McDonald's, and a ton of things before then. That was just one of the things that I thought I was just gonna, want to collect. But then again, there were so many of them. I just didn't know if I was gonna get all of them. So I was just like, maybe I'll get one or two or whatever. But then a couple of weeks go by, because around this time I kind of gotten out of video games and stuff like that. I didn't really care then. But then again, the toys looked really cool. With having a game merged with toys, I don't know. So I forgot about it a little bit, and then I went to school, of course. And I had a friend who had the similar interests that I did. And he was like, oh, I'm going to get Skylanders for Christmas. I'm like, oh wow, it looks like a pretty cool game. And he was telling me about it and telling me more things. And I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. I went back on YouTube. And then that was around this time in 2011 where I wanted to, be a YouTuber. I wanted to, like, have a lot of social media. I wanted to have a social media presence, That was so interesting to me. And I wanted to create videos. But, I mean, I knew I was kind of scared, putting yourself out there, because my mom's always told me, you can't have social media until this and this and that. But I just made accounts. I had access to the internet more at that time. I had watched YouTube, didn't create a channel yet. And I'm like, I wanted to create a YouTube channel just to connect with people and just to, like, unbox toys. I wanted to be one of those toy reviewers. Because every time I was interested in something, I was always on YouTube searching something. But, back to Skylanders, of course. So, I went back and I was watching videos of Growing Up TV, I remember, of 101's videos, and I was just checking out gameplay from him, and I remember, he was one of the main reasons that got me into Skylanders and this friend from school, because if it wasn't from my friend from school, my only friend at that time who just liked Skylanders, of course. I only had that one friend who liked Skylanders, and we always talked about Skylanders and games all the time, and I wouldn't have been here today, because it got me thinking more and more about this game, and thought it was cool. So I wanted to go to the store, I think a few weeks later, and I was looking for this. I knew it was really selling like hotcakes. I knew it was a hot new toy, and I knew I wasn't gonna find it, but I just wanted to check anyways to see just what's going on in the stores. I saw the setup, the display, but there was no starter packs, and I remember no figures. And I was just gonna get a couple. I was gonna get the 3DS starter pack and get a couple figures, but it turns out I was super sad, because I was like, if I wanted something, I just asked, my parents for it, and I was just like, actually so mad. I remember being so upset, like, they didn't have it. So I went on this website called Craigslist. It's kind of like eBay. I don't know if you guys know what it is. Maybe you guys do. But it was just a website where, you know, people were selling Skylanders for a fairly cheap price at the time. It was just, you know, I got it. Thank gosh I got it into the game early, because it was only like, I don't know, maybe 60. It was like the normal starter pack price for the 3DS. I got the 3DS. I saw them. I was like, Dad, go get me these Skylanders. So all the Skylanders were loose and stuff. I remember it was Terrafin, Stealth Elf, Sonic Boom, single pack. They didn't have the original single pack. It was all loose. It was missing Igniter, of course. That's why I didn't mention him from the 3DS characters, because for some reason all the stuff was loose, and Igniter was like kind of missing from the little loose 3DS starter pack I got. So I didn't get him until I found out later in like wave 4 or 5 that he came into a single pack later on, and he was really rare at the time, so I couldn't go out and get him. Just wanted to say that real quick. Got the 3DS. So he, I was watching a show, I think, this was December 31st. I remember the day perfectly. He came home with this stuff, and I was like, whoa, this is super cool. And I remember enjoying the 3DS game, and then I got hooked up just like that. And I was just like, I was looking at the post, I'm like, okay, I really want this character, and this character. I wasn't going to collect the whole set. Camo was, of course, the name of my channel. Blue Bubbles was 1 and 2 at the time. I started my channel April 17th, 2011, but I didn't really make videos. But going back to this whole Skylander thing, I'm getting off topic again. But I really enjoyed liking it, and I got hooked. I wasn't gonna get all the figures, but then I'm like, hey, you know, I kind of forgot who Spyro was. I thought he was like I thought this whole game was just all new characters, but I was like, I remember Spyro now, and I kind of forgot who he was, but I'm like, oh, Spyro the Dragon, you know? So, I really wanted the normal version of Spyro. I knew I really wanted characters like Dark Spyro and stuff. Got the starter pack, 3DS starter pack, and a day later I got the console, and I just started collecting more and more. It wasn't so, you know, I didn't really stick to my promise, actually, of just getting a few figures. I didn't really know about the whole wave thing, like 1, 2, and 3. I was just thought Camo would be out already. I thought Whirlwind would be out. She ended up being a Target exclusive. Never found her, because of course it was really hard to get Whirlwind, because a Target exclusive, with the whole big Skylander craze at the time, you could not find even a character on the shelf. But I went to GameStop and remember Drobot and Boomer. That's all I had in terms of single characters. So I got those. Flame Slinger was one of them that was easy to get. And Wave 2 came out quickly at that time. I didn't pick up Hex because I thought she was scary. But I remember Wrecking Ball and Dino Wing because they look so freaking cool. I like a good, you know, dinosaur character, crocodile character, and a little ball of, little caterpillar type thing. So, yeah, I went back to school. I remember my friend was telling me, oh, look at all these Skylanders and stuff like that, and, like, we were doing this, like, not a contest, but I called it a contest. If he was watching this video, he'd be like, what? But, like, honestly, he came to school, he was like, look what I got, and then I was like, whoa, how'd you get Cinder? How'd you get, and, he was like, oh, I just got them out of Target, so I was rushing to Target, and I was like, I have to get these figures, you know, like, at the same time he did. I was so jealous of him at one point. I'm just like, you know, and I wanted to, you know, start out my collection really fast. I wasn't gonna get into Skylanders that big, but I ended up getting Skylander overload, basically. A lot of things went on. Skylanders really catched on to me. I don't know how else to explain it, but you guys would probably know. So I started my channel in April 2011. I got my first few Skylanders December 31st, 2011. I really wanted to get more and more into YouTube. So, I posted my first video. I waited until about like the summer, the spring, and it was a bunch of the minis our sidekicks now that, you know, then.
Hey guys, it's Joshua Tax you, and I just got in the mail my Frito-Lay's sidekicks.
There were sidekicks. It was Whisper Elf and stuff like that, and Terabyte. That got like a couple thousand views, and that was my first video. I was like, I knew there was a community. Of course, I was watching Coin Up TV and stuff like that. But on this time, I was watching P. Diddy Sports Cards, which we're friends till this day, of course. He still is up to date with his channel, and he likes collecting Skylanders. Of course, he's in the community now, still. A bunch of people are still in the community from then, and it's really cool. And, so, around that time, I remember I really wanted Camo, Juanito, and stuff like that to add to the collection, and Camo being my favorite ever since the day I saw him on that poster when Smiles Adventure in December, when I got some of the figures. And, you know, I was really excited. I was calling everywhere, every day. I remember all throughout the first few years of Skylanders, even Trap Team days, when the characters were still kind of hard to get, you know, I was calling GameStop, calling every store ever, like, every single day. I remember there was a funny story where I called Walmart and I really wanted a Thumbtack, and I'm like, and they're like, Thumbtack? But going back to the story, getting off topic again, man, like, I missed a big chunk of the story. So, around the time it came out, I was calling GameStop, and they surprisingly had them one day. It was in like May, and I was like, yes, I was so excited. But my mom's like, oh, they have to go up for your birthday. Like, no. So she insisted. She gave me one of them out of the three, and she was like, okay, pick. And I was like, came out, and I put them on the portal, and I upgraded them all the way. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but like, Camo's still my favorite. I don't know what it is. His design is just so epic. He's just my favorite Skylander till this day. I don't know what Skylander would change that for me, but Camo's always been, and I've always been StrikerHero Camo. I changed my name around like 2013. Because I didn't know, like, how to change your name on YouTube, so I was Blue Bubbles 1 and 2 for the longest time. But, you know, 2013, I became StrikerHero Camo. Before that time, of course, I was like, Smiles Adventure, I thought it was going to be its own game. I didn't think Skylanders would turn into a franchise with more and more figures. I'd be like, oh, this is so much money, it's so expensive to collect all these things. I thought there was only going to be 30 Skylanders, that's it. I didn't think there would be no more games. Until Giants got revealed, I'm like, you know, I saw the popularity, they had a big community, so I'm like, why not? A second game. It looked really cool. They have introduced Leg Horse Giants, and of course, every Skylander game I got on release. So I knew I really wanted to be a part of the Skylanders community, and I met a lot of people, P. Diddy and stuff like that. And Coin Up TV, of course, was the first people I kind of saw in that whole time period that really got me into Skylanders, so thank you if you guys are watching this. Quick, while I forgot to add this, but while I'm editing this video right now, and hopefully put this video up on my channel soon, but there was a thought, I thought about quitting. I mean, I think everyone kind of thought about quitting at one time because all the figures were too much and stuff like that in the games, but, yeah, I had my fallout kind of like before, or after Giants, then I think before Swap Force got revealed, was mine, actually. And I just thought I was doing way too much YouTube videos. I did news videos on the little things. Maybe that's why, I did news videos on the smallest things back in, like, I did a lot of news videos just on the small little news or announcements. And, yeah, there was a thought that I was doing way too much YouTube and not really focusing on upgrading my characters as much as I did before, and enjoying the games just for myself and like unboxing every single character that I got. But you know, I really wanted to keep my YouTube channel going and my love for Skylanders, of course, like I do now. But you know, at first it was kind of hard for me to balance that, you know, YouTube videos. I just didn't really know if I was just doing YouTube just to stand to the Skylanders community, because I love it so much. and collecting, but the games at that time were kind of getting dry for me. But you know, but yeah, that was a thought. I don't know if you guys kind of had the same thing happen to you or other YouTubers in the Skylanders community, but I just want to add that in there. And of course, my friend from school, I don't know, it's really hard to say if I would have, gotten into Skylanders because of them or because of the fact that I just needed something on my Christmas list to check out. And I was just obsessed with these characters as a toy. There hasn't been at the time in 2011, there hasn't been any like video game characters that's ever gotten as many toys as that, and they were cool looking. And I think that's why Skylanders just blew up, because the figures were so amazing. The trailer, the story, Frozen in Your World, Alive in Theirs, it just really catched on. And I think that if we get a Skylanders 7, I would really like that, keep it going. But yeah, this was just my story, and tell me yours down below. And so yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you guys like the story. Shout out to Crash the Skylandlands. If I want to make this video because of you. Yeah, and I'll link my other Skylanders story down below. It's the same thing, but just a shortened version, a really shortened up version. And now, since I remembered more of the story, because I was like really young then in 2014, I was like, okay. I'll just link that down below, and I will link the top 10 most violent Skylanders video that I did, because the friend I mentioned in this video, he has a YouTube channel, and I collabed with him in that video, and we're still friends. He's still in this Skylanders till this day, as far as I know, and we still talk every few months or so. We still talk and stuff like that. He's really cool. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys on the next video.